with our defense making a stop there.
Take questions. We'll start with Wes Rucker, then go to Ben McKee.
Yeah, Josh, I know that time of possession isn't necessarily the most important thing to y'all, but to have the ball that, I guess 13 minutes in the game, Kentucky goes 12 of 17 on third down. You ever won a game quite like that?
I mean, the uniqueness of the game, the way it unfolded, just the beginning of the game. They had extended long drives. We scored extremely quickly on some big plays. And even when we didn't, we moved the football down into plus red zone territory and end up fumbling it. It's just really unique how the game really unfolded. I thought just overall, there's some things that we got to clean up. Obviously, defensively, some third downs that we got to get off on the field. Quarterback draw hurt us. Obviously, the 4th and 26. Offensively, there's a couple of things, the fumble exchange, and then a couple of things in the red zone that we got to clean up.
Josh, just what did you see from Hendon that allowed him to be so successful tonight? And then that sequence right before halftime where you were able to get the ball to Tillman 3 times and get that field goal, which proved to be the difference tonight. Just what'd you see there that led to that execution?
For him, just he's continued to grow in understanding of what we're doing. He sees and recognizes defense, is continuing to get better at that. So he's in the right spot to make the right decisions. He's taking care of the football, doing a good job of staying in the pocket when things break down. We took a couple of sacks in the later part of the game that hurt us, took points off the board, but that really wasn't him. There was just nowhere for him to get out of it. Super efficient. We trust him with the football. The sequence right before half was a huge sequence. Defense getting a stop on 4th down. Us doing some things to get into field goal range and then hitting it. Highly efficient pass protection, throwing it and catching it, and then Chase draining a big kick there.
Adam Sparks and Mike Wilson.
Yeah, Josh, guys went down with injuries that stopped the clock on both sides of the ball. Is that just something that's part of the game now? That's going to be used to stop the game?
At times, I think people do that in this football game. We've moved the football with tempo, and guys end up, finding a way to go down and allowing substitutions to happen or just change the momentum of the football game.
Yeah, Josh, I wanted to ask about that before halftime sequence as well. Is there a number of yards you're looking for in that first play that dictates what you're going to do from there? Or what makes you want to be so aggressive in that moment when you get the ball, I think, around the 40?
The style of the game mattered as far as the aggressiveness. Them receiving the opening kick in the second half was a part of that as well, decision-making. You're able to pick something up, some positive yards on first down that gives you an opportunity based on time to maybe get a couple more plays to get into field goal range. Something not positive happens on the first play, then you're able to end the half right there.
David Pascal and Matt Ray.
Josh, you had 150 yards in your first 4 plays. Is that just something that y'all saw? Y'all saw the potential for that y'all could start a game that way?
I don't know if we thought those 4 plays would gain that type of yardage. There's some things that we thought we could take advantage of. Really high level of execution from guys without the ball in their hands, allowed those big plays to happen. Our third series has some big plays too. And we end up fumbling the football. When it was going really well, I thought, up front in particular, we recognized, we blocked things extremely well. At times, in particular on some pass pro, we got beat interiorly at times.
Josh, you didn't have Talon and Jabari there late. Can you just talk a little bit about what you saw from Jaylen Wright there late in the fourth quarter? Like he was a little bit more patient tonight and seeing the holes a little bit better than he was early in the season.
Yeah, guy that's been banged up a little bit, just tried to work himself back into it. This week finally got himself in a position where he's healthy. His ability to go out there, executing, not playing a lot early in the football game. It's hard to just get thrown in there in the middle of the game. I thought he adjusted to the speed of it, made really good decisions, hit Hendon on the one where Hendon's taking a quick game throw out there to Javante, I believe. but overall executed and performed extremely well. Did a great job taking care of the football too.
West and Adam.
Yeah, Josh, those couple of plays that Byron Young made there late in the game, I know that just the pass rush had just been kind of a weird night defensively, but those plays seemed really huge. I mean, had he been out there all game? I mean, he looked pretty fresh there.
Yeah, we had been rotating a little bit throughout the course of the ball game. Obviously, we played a bunch of plays on the defense side of the football. I thought the pressure that we were able to get, in that last sequence of plays was the difference in the game at the very end. A lot of it was with pressure. Thought our guys did a great job of executing it, bottling him up, making him extremely comfortable. Typically, at the end of it, had one guy coming free too, where he wasn't able to sit back there and pat the football. Had to get it out of his hands. Byron did a really good job in that sequence, but really all night long.
Yeah, following up on that, yeah, your defense was on the field a whole lot, but your defense had more stops in the fourth quarter than they did the first half. What does that say for your defense that they played their best when they should be tired?
I think just the competitive nature, the competitive composure too, their demeanor, whether something positive or negative happened on the previous drive, their ability to come back over and just kind of reset. Something we talk about, you try to train, but man, for them to do it in this moment against a really good football team on the road speaks to who they are and what they are becoming as a unit. And really proud of the way they finished the ball game. Rather not give up the fourth and extra long right there, but I love their ability to reset and go finish it the next 4 plays.
Vince. Hey, Vince, you're muted.
Josh, you kind of answered my question there with the response that your team has to positive and negative plays. But what was the celebration like? Road win against a ranked SEC team. What was that celebration like to enjoy this one?
Yeah, it was awesome. You saw our players respond to the fans that were sitting in the corner. They're fired up. Our support staff's fired up. The energy inside of the locker room was awesome. It was a dance party, man. It was just the way it should be after a big win.
Back to Wes.
Yeah, hey Josh, I know that Tillman made a couple more big, just huge plays tonight. Just do people maybe regionally or nationally need to start talking about him more? I mean, some of the plays he's making on a week-to-week basis are really impressive. And then also just on that 4th and 24, what was the breakdown there?
Yeah, just a bust in the coverage. We're playing on the sticks. Should have been passing things off. We get somebody that ends up running with it and gives up the wheel route on the outside. Cedric does a great job. What I love about Ced is that early in the football game, just the way things unfolded, he didn't have a lot of opportunities. There was no eye in his game, man. Really calm and a great teammate all night long. When he got his opportunities, he went and made the most of them. A huge sequence with the ball down the sideline and then the corner route on the touchdown, back-to-back plays. Did a great job.
Any more questions for Coach?
Guys, have a great night. Go Big Orange.
We'll have players shortly. Quarterback Hendon Hooker, cornerback Alante Taylor, and wide receiver Velus Jones Jr.